Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Anthonia Oluwabunmi Uddin, and I am your captain and host on today's episode 12. On our last episode, I talked about the power of self-worth. If you have not listened to that, please go on any podcasting platform like Apple Podcast, YouTube Podcast, Deezer, Podchaser, and lots more. Search for the Discussion Then podcast by Anthonia Oluwabunmi Uddin, and voila, you have it. You can listen to all of my previous episodes and subscribe to be the first to know whenever I publish my next episode. Now, today's topic is about sex. S-E-X. So if you are with your kids or any underage child, please grab your headphones. And if you are an underage, please do not proceed with this podcast, okay? Please do not listen to this podcast. It's for adults. Now, let's proceed. What is sex? Sex is a natural biological function and a significant aspect of human relationships. It involves physical intimacy and can be an act of love, connection, and attraction between partners. However, it is also a complex subject that encompasses emotional, psychological, and social dimensions. Discussions a couple must have concerning sex before dating or getting married are as follows. 1. Values and beliefs. Couples must discuss about values regarding sex, including any religious or cultural beliefs that may influence their views. 2. Their expectations. Couples must talk about what each partner expects from the sexual relationship, including frequency, intimacy, and emotional connection. 3. Boundaries. Couples must establish clear boundaries regarding physical affection, premarital sex, and all other related topics to ensure both parties feel comfortable and respected. 4. Health and safety. Couples must discuss sexual health, including STI testing, contraception, and consent. It's essential to prioritize safety and mutual respect. 5. Desires and preferences. Share preferences for physical intimacy, what you enjoy and what you might want to explore together. 6. Communication. Couples must agree on how they communicate about sex throughout their relationship or marriage, as open dialogue can improve intimacy and understanding. Now, how can sex be pleasurable? How can you make sex pleasurable? 1. Emotional connection or emotional connection. Building a strong emotional bond can enhance physical pleasure as it promotes trust and vulnerability. 2. Exploration. Couples should feel free to explore each other's bodies, preferences, and fantasies in a comfortable, respectful, and consent-based manner. 3. Foreplay. Engaging in foreplay can increase arousal, enhance overall sexual experience. 4. Variety. Trying different techniques, positions, and settings can keep the experience even more exciting. 5. Communication during intimacy. Giving and receiving feedback about what feels good can improve sexual intimacy and satisfaction. So in that aspect, during sex, before sex, there must be consent. Before sex, you must communicate. During sex, you must communicate. After sex, you must communicate. You must give yourselves feedback, okay? Do not just lie down on the bed like a log of wood. You guys have to talk about it. Talk, if you feel that your partner is not touching you at your G-spot, lovingly direct his or her hands to the right position or the right place, Whisper into each other's ears that you like it, you like the pleasure, you like what he's doing or what she's doing, or you don't like it. There has to be communication during sex. And overall, whether during marriage or relationship, consent is key. There has to be mutual consent. If there is no consent, it is categorized as rape. I know a lot of Africans believe that the moment they get married to anyone, they own that person. And that is wrong. That is a fallacy. You do not own, like literally own your partner when you get married to them. Like in Africa, once there's marriage done, they believe that they bought you, or the dowry is paid, they believe that they bought you. They believe that the bride price is like buying the wife. And as a matter of fact, the wife has no say about her body. During marriage, you both have to keep, you should not deny each other of physical pleasure. But also you have to receive consent. If your partner says no, no is no. You do not strip your partner. You do not rape your partner. You do not force yourself on your partner. If you do that, that is rape. And it's actually an offense that you can get locked up, you can get prosecuted and charged, and if found guilty, you could be jailed for that. So respect your partner's rights, respect your partner's, there has to be consent. You have to give and receive consent during sex. Now, let's go down. During sex, if you feel that your partner's methodology or approach is not what you enjoy, you have to let your partner know. Okay, baby, slow down. Okay, baby, I don't like it like this. Slow down. You're rushing. Okay, you're too hard. You're hurting me. There has to be communication. Okay, I like it. Yes. Okay, kiss me. Okay, stop. Stop is stop. Okay, go on. Communicating and respecting boundaries. If you do not like to have sex during your periods as a lady, let your partner know. If you enjoy sex during periods and you want it, let your partner know. Why do married women feel that at the slightest argument they have with their husbands, they have to deprive them of sex? That is wrong, I think. A sexless marriage is up for divorce. If you do not like sex before marriage, you have to communicate this to your partner. The partner has to know, because any withdrawal of information, any deprivation of information before marriage and after marriage makes that marriage null and void ab initio. So for example, if you do not like sex and you do not tell your partner, and you trick him or her into getting married to you, and during marriage, you deprive your partner of sex constantly, your partner can actually file for a divorce. A marriage should not be sexless. Sex is a fundamental element of marriage, and you cannot run away from it. So if you do not like sex, it's either you stay away from relationships or you do not get married, or you communicate it with your partner. If your partner feels that it's something that they can work with, all well and good, he or she would stay with you and they will work it out. You guys will work it out together. And if your partner feels that he or she cannot do without sex and he or she cannot manage, then they are free to walk away. It's very important for you also to discuss your health issues with your partners, okay? What your sexual orientation is, what your health condition is. If you want to proceed with precautions like condoms, use of condoms, very essential, or you do not want to use condoms. If both of you want to go for STI testings, which I 100% support, is very important. Talk about it before you start and make sure that you guys get checked regularly. If you want to make your relationship open or you want to make it closed, talk about it. If you want the relationship, you think that you're expecting marriage afterwards, talk about it. If you do not want to get married, talk about it. If you want to have kids or you do not want to have kids, talk about it. These are very, very important information that partners must discuss before marriage. And I want to mention something which is very delicate, And I know how serious this topic or this statement is. And I ask for your understanding on this topic. But it's very important I mention this. So if you have ever been raped as a man or as a woman, or you've ever been raped, either sex category you belong to, I advise you to discuss this with your partner before getting married. I understand how serious and delicate this topic is, rape. And I know that no matter how many therapeutic sessions you've gone through, it still cannot 100% erase that memory. That's how serious rape is. So if you have ever been raped, I advise you to discuss this with your fiancé before getting married. It's important your fiancé is aware, because deprivation of such information from your partner will head to doom. Your partner should be informed. You have to explain the best way possible to your partner. You have to tell your partner. Certain informations you cannot hide certain information from your partner. So if you explain this to your partner, or you tell your partner this information, he or she should not use it against you. The reason and the essence of discussing this with your partner before marriage is for your partner to understand where you are coming from and to be kind to you, to be patient with you when it comes to sexual scenarios. Because rape comes with trauma. Rape comes with various scenes, various flashbacks, which can affect sex. So if you tell your partner this, hopefully your partner is not judgmental, your partner is caring, your partner is a loving person, your partner is a considerate person, your partner will be able to work together with you to make sex more pleasurable. If you have been, what do you call this word? If you have been, I've forgotten the word. I'll come back to it, but I can probably explain what I actually wanted to say. But if you have been mutilated, that is, if your hymen has been cut off, you have to let your partner know, because sexually mutilated persons do not enjoy sex, do not even feel any sensation during sex. It's very important for you to let your partner know this information as well. Okay? If you have any phobia for sex, if you have any fear concerning sex, you have to let your partner know this as well. Now, during sex, you have to communicate. Don't just lie down like a log of wood. Direct your partner. If you love to be caressed on your boobs, lead your partner's arms to your breasts. Show him how to fondle your breasts. Some men just squeeze boobs like they're squeezing fabrics. You don't squeeze a person's boobs to the point like you want to rip it off. You have to fondle your wife's or your girlfriend's boobs with care. Fondle it, caress it gently. Before the actual penetration, there has to be love making, there has to be foreplay, there has to be some kissing, there has to be some touching, there has to be some caressing, there has to be some fingering, there has to be some sucking and licking and, all that nice things before the actual penetration. It makes it easier. So penetrating is not just sex entirely, but the whole foreplay, the mutual attraction is the foundation. The chemistry is the foundation. And then the foreplay makes it all better. It sets the woman in the mood. It makes her wet and ready for the actual penetration. By the time you caress each other and kiss each other and fondle each other and lick each other and suck each other, then by the time, in fact, the lady will be begging for the actual penetration. She will be the one telling you, I want you. Yes, go in. I'm ready. She's already wet. She has come already like twice. And you yourself as a man, you would know when your woman is ready for the actual penetration. So guys, I say thank you for joining. God bless you.